Hello everyone, it's good to see you here once again on Dee's Delights. Tonight we're going to make a double layer pumpkin pie and also some graham cracker crust. I'm going to make one pie with homemade graham cracker crust, and then I'm also going to use some of the Keebler Ready Crust. I bought there's six of these in each of these Ready Crusts. So there's a total of 12. I thought I'd try to see about little individual servings for the pies, and I'm going to take some and share with some of the family, but I'm also going to make one out of my own graham crackers and a little bit of butter, sugar, and let me see, I think that's about it, a little bit of cinnamon. That's all it takes to make your own graham cracker crust. But another fantastic thing that's going to be happening tonight, and I'm sure you're all excited for this, I am getting rid of my old mixer at the advice of one of my dearest friends. She shall remain nameless, but just so you know, she was the same person who came and made cowboy cookies with me. She suggested that I get a KitchenAid. Well, KitchenAids are very expensive. So I went with an off-brand, I'm not even sure, I can't even pronounce it. But it got good reviews on Amazon. It was about a third of the cost. And for all the more I'll use it, it's definitely an upgrade from this. So we're going to use this tonight to mix some of it. The only problem is I'm not quite sure where to put this when I'm not using it. This I can fit into a drawer. Take these out, put them in a drawer. Slide this in a cabinet and voila, it's put away. This thing weighs a lot more than that, takes up a lot more space too, but I think I'm going to enjoy it. So let's get started. For the graham cracker crust, you put 1.5 cups firmly ground graham crackers. What I did was, which I've done in other shows, I put them in a gallon size baggie, and then I just crushed them by rolling the rolling pin. It took one package out of a box of Honey Maid and about 2 more crackers then. So one package plus 2 crackers equaled about 1.5 cups, just so you know. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to melt 6 tablespoons of butter. And I'm going to be using Land O'Lakes, so it's margarine. I'll put it in a little pan, put it on the stove, should take about a minute or 2. Oh, my Lord, you scared me half to death. That would have been my husband, Doug, who loves to play games. That's why he has been banished to the basement. He's not allowed even on this upper floor while I'm recording. Are you, Doug? What are you looking for?
I went down there of my own free will.
Yeah, right.
Trying to stay out of your way.
What are you looking for? I might be able to help you.
My phone.
Oh, your phone.
Which I have found. Thank you.
Hey, do you want to bring me up? I'm just about out of carbonated waters, but I think I got one more left. It's in the fridge. The grape one in the box.
I'm studying. I'm not playing pool or singing.
Oh, yeah, right. Are you playing pool?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to get back to the recipe. So
1 carbonated water.
yes, it's up on the top shelf. It's the grape. Okay, let's get back to the show here. While that melts, make sure that before you're making this pumpkin pie, that you get your cream cheese out and let it come to room temperature. Soften it before you get started. And that's going to take a couple of hours. So you'll want to lay that out in plenty of time. I'd asked Doug to lay it out for me earlier. I called him from work. I said, hey, could you lay out the cream cheese? Sure. I get home, he said, oh, I forgot. Well, you know. So I'm doing this about 2 hours later than I was planning, but that's okay. That's all right. I forget a lot of stuff too, especially the older I get. We're going to need 1/3 cup of white sugar. So I'll get that out. Might be a little bit over a third cup. Good enough. And 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. We're going to get a bowl out here. We're just going to mix all those ingredients. One of my famous white bowls. You get 4 of them. I didn't even hardly pay anything for them. I know you're surprised. Thank you, Doug. Thank you. Was that my last one?
One more.
One more, thanks a lot. I'm gonna have to pick some up tomorrow. I can hear the butter boiling, so that means it's definitely melted. What are you looking for now?
Little bowl pretzels.
Look down there. Okay, we're gonna put the graham crackers in there. That was 1½ cups. 1/3 cup of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Do you know that cinnamon can aggravate heartburn? I've noticed that I have to watch how much of this I eat. Cinnamon, like, you know, if you eat cinnamon sugar toast. I noticed that I get heartburn afterwards. Now, when I was younger, nothing gave me heartburn. The older I get, I have to watch what I eat. Why, I don't know. Okay, so here are the 6 tablespoons of butter, margarine, whatever you want to put in there. I used Land O'Lakes. I'm going to mix that all together. And then we're just going to press it. Here's a big old chunk of graham cracker. Didn't crush that up too good. So here we are. We're just going to put it in there. Press it around. I'll put this on the board too, just so you know, if you want to make your own. But you can buy the Keebler brand right at the store, and they're pretty good. Although this is going to have a little bit different texture. So it's all a preference of what you prefer. And before we use this, we're to put it in the fridge for about an hour. Yep, chill for about an hour. So while I'm making the pumpkin pie, I'm going to put all the stuff in these little shells. But we'll chill this for about an hour. That's just so it forms up. And I'll show you the difference. That has a little bit different texture than those, but both will be good. I don't know if I'll chill it for an hour, but I will put it in here for a little bit because when I make the pie, I'm going to let that chill for about 4 hours. So I'm just going to put that in there while I do that. Now let's get to the main course, double layer pumpkin pie. I think what I'm going to do is, this has to chill for about 4 hours, so tonight I'm going to make it, and then I think I'm going to have some for breakfast in the morning. It can't be any worse than bacon or eggs or cereal or Pop-Tart or toast or whatever else you might have. So I am going to double the recipe for this evening, but if you're just making one pie, it calls for 4 ounces of cream cheese softened. Since I am doubling, I will put in 8 ounces. And I'm just going to break it up a little bit. I'm going to put it in my new mixer. The mixer that is huge. But there again, you know, you got the convenience of the bowl, the little guard to not let everything fly all over creation, and I have been known to be messy in the kitchen. In large bowl, whisk together cream cheese, 1 tablespoon of milk. I'm going to do 2, and 1 tablespoon of white sugar, and I'm going to do 2 of that. So let's get 1 tablespoon. I'll do the sugar first. 1 tablespoon of, well, 2 tablespoons if I'm doubling. 1, 2, and then 2 tablespoons of milk. What am I doing? I'm losing my mind. 1, 2. So we have in large bowl, we have the cream cheese, the milk, and the sugar. Gently stir in whipped topping, spread into bottom of crust. Okay, so we're gonna whisk together, da-da-da-da. Then we will need our whipped topping, which I have Cool Whip brand. I was looking at this and it said whipped topping. Thought to myself, well, I'm guessing they're talking about Cool Whip. But Cool Whip is the brand, but down here it does say whipped topping. So you could use a generic brand. You don't have to use Cool Whip. I just prefer Cool Whip, but I'll pretty much eat anything. How much did it call for, folks? 1.5 cups of frozen whipped topping thawed. Well, this is thawed. Let's hope that this is 3 cups, so I'm gonna be in trouble. Yep, I think it's about 3 cups, because I'm doubling, remember? I'm gonna get this started though. Okay, I'm gonna try this. I have not done this yet. Oh, of course the gadget's over here. So, we're gonna try the new mixer. I'm gonna put it down. Oh, gotta do this. And I have it on 1. Cool beans. So mix it together. In large bowl, whisk together cream cheese. I don't think you whisk cream cheese. 1 tablespoon of milk, 1 sugar. Okay. Gently stir in whipped topping. So let's stop this a minute. I'm gonna turn that off. I'm gonna put this up. I'm just going to plop it in there. I need 3 cups since I'm doubling. For 1 pie, you'll need 1.5 cups. Well, I'm just assuming this is 3 cups here. Yep, I'm thinking that's about a cup. Get it all out of here. Tablespoon 25. That worked out perfect. So we're going to mix that around, and then we're going to start putting it in the bottom of the pie crust. See how this goes? Put this down. Start it off slow. And it also came with a handy dandy spatula to scrape off the sides. Ooh, that's looking pretty good. And then you know what? I can just scoop it out. Oh, I like that. Thank you, Angie, for your suggestion. I love it. I love it. I got rid of the beaters that I've had for like 35 years. Oh wow, that is so nice. I still gotta get that cream cheese whipped up a little bit. Just a little bit faster. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'm having fun just watching. Okay, I'm gonna get some off the sides. That's one big beater. Yeah, that mixed it up pretty good. Let me try it. Good flavor there too. Okay. Well, I'm going to put this sugar back over here. So we're going to put this in these little cups. I'm going to see how many that does. Just put a little bit in the bottom of each. And I'll spread it around. We'll try 8 of these. Since they classify a pie 8 servings. I'm going to spread that around in the bottom of each of these little pies. Aren't they adorable? This one I think needs a little bit more. That might have a little bit much, but we'll let it go at that. I might want to take a little bit out of that if we want to have enough room for the pumpkin. Now I probably could have mixed that up just a little bit higher speed, a little bit longer to get all the little cream cheese chunks out, but it's going to taste good no matter what. Okay. We'll see how that works. I'm going to go ahead and, even though it said to let it chill, I'm going to go ahead and pour some of that stuff in here because it's going to chill. Let's see if I can get this out from underneath there. I'm going to scoop this out. Put it in here. Go ahead and spread that on the bottom layer. So far we have a little bit extra. So this is what it looks like on the pie. We're going to put pumpkin pie. Hopefully that's not too thick. I think I'm just going to finish out a few of these little things. So that was enough to do 12 of these little cups and a 9-inch pie. I'm impressed. Okay. Oh, good. We're going to get our cans of pumpkin. It said pumpkin puree. Well, I'm assuming this is what they're referring to. It's just pumpkin 100%, and it's definitely pureed. Let me see, yeah. Get this ready. Pour that on top of everything. So for one, you would need one 15-ounce can of pumpkin. I'm making double, so I'm using 2. So I'm going to get this back in here. Well, I guess I better wipe that off too. Dang on it. Dang on it. Lots of goodies on here. You know what, should I eat that? I'll save a little bit for Doug. Don't want him to feel left out. Okay, we are going to start now. We will pour the rest of the stuff on top of that. We're going to need 1 3.5-ounce of vanilla pudding. I'm sorry, 2 3.5-ounce, so I'm going to use 4. 2 3.5-ounce of instant vanilla pudding mix. Hopefully that was instant. Yes. And 1 of these, pumpkin 15-ounce, I'm going to use 2. And then we'll put the rest of the stuff. 1 cup of cold milk, so I'm going to put 2. here. And let's start. So let's start with 2 cups of milk. 1, 2, and you would use 1 for 1 pie. You'll need 2 of these 3.5 ounce instant vanilla pudding. I am going to be using 4 since I am doubling. That smells good. Looks a little bit like sweet potatoes. One of these episodes I'll show you a good sweet potato casserole. Delicious. Okay, when I start mixing this, I'm going to start slowly because I know what's going to happen. It's going to go up all over the place. Let's get this down here, get these out of the way. I'm sorry I'm making such a mess, but it'll be okay. So we'll start out slow to get it mixed together. And then we're going to pour it over these mixtures, the cream cheese and the whipped cream. The Cool Whip. Oh my, this is just wonderful. I'm loving it. Gonna mix it up just a little bit faster. Okay, I see one thing I did forget, and I'll put it in there now, is you can use 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm going to use 2. I don't like ginger, but I'm going to put that in there. Ground ginger is a ½ teaspoon if you're making 1 pie and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves. I don't like that in my pumpkin pie, but that is strictly up to you, whatever you like. So I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon in here. Okay, well this is 1/2 tablespoon, so that is equivalent to 1½ teaspoons. So I'll just do a little bit over this. And I can just put this up in here. How cool is that? I love it! That even makes it smell good. I'll mix it now a little faster. We're going to scrape that off with my famous spatula that they gave me with my new mixer. Scrape this off first. Now see, a little bit was on the mixer thing there, so I'll mix that in a little bit. I'll stir that up. Get this off of here. Push that up, move it around. Voila. I have to stir it around a little bit on the bottom of the pudding, sunk to the bottom. Didn't get it all mixed in, but I can do it now. I asked my dad if he wanted some pumpkin pie, double layer pumpkin pie, and I made a beef stew and some biscuits. I said, do you want any of that? Sure, I'll take whatever you have. So they've been liking it that I've been on Dee's Delights, because I take them every time I make something. I either invite them over or I take some food over to them. Okay. So let's scoop this out. Tell you what. First, I'll scoop it out on that. I'm going to do the big pie first. We'll spread that around. gonna just put a big scoop in each of them here. Refrigerate for 4 hours. So I'm gonna put the first pie in. It's about 10 of 8 at night. So this is not going to be done till about midnight. Let's put this down here. Put the rest of these in here. Let these all get set up. Cute little serving pies. That way you can just eat it right out of a little bowl. Okay, we'll put those in. Is there any more back there? Might just put a little bit more on here. There's plenty left in there. Gonna line these up in the fridge, let them chill for 4 hours. Well, they'll be in there till morning. Okay, we'll see how it tastes. Let me just get a little taste of this. Oh my. Even that's good. Has a real creamy texture. It's going to be delicious. Cool Whip, cream cheese. So in this one, this is to make one pie. I made two, but this is to make one pie. 4 ounces of cream cheese softened. So get that out a couple of hours before you want to get started. 1 tablespoon of milk, 1 tablespoon of white sugar, and 1.5 cups of whipped topping. I used Cool Whip. Of course, when you get it at the store, a lot of times it's frozen, so thaw it out before you use it. You're going to mix that all together and put that on the pie crust first. Then, what they're suggesting is a 9-inch prepared graham cracker crust, which I showed you. You can get a big Keebler. You can make your own, like I had showed you how to do. Then we're going to mix in the 1 cup of cold milk, 2 of the 3.5 ounce instant vanilla pudding mix, 1 can of the pumpkin, 15 ounce, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon and 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger and 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, which I did not go with the last 2 items. But if you want to, put them all in your mixer or use the old time mixer beaters like I did for the longest time. Put it in the fridge for 4 hours and voila, you'll have a delicious 2-layer pumpkin pie. So thanks for joining me. I'll be back in the morning with my breakfast and to show you how it turned out. But what I've tasted so far, it's going to be fabulous. Thanks for joining me once again on Dee's Delights. See you tomorrow. This is my little serving spatula. It's a little dark in here, but you know what? I better turn the light on. Excuse the way I look. It's morning time. Just got up out of bed and sorry I didn't have time to pretty myself up for the camera. So I'm going to scoop one of these pieces out of here. It's too bad you can't see it too close. Okay, here we are. I'll try that. See which one I prefer. Oh, don't want to let any of the graham cracker there. Okay, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, what I think of the double layer pumpkin pie. Yeah, it's good. Double layer pumpkin pie. The homemade crust is good. You know what you could also do? You could probably also sprinkle some graham cracker on top, or even more Cool Whip. just to make it look a little lovelier, a little more decorative. Now, I'm going to try, that is good. That's good with the homemade. Going to just take a little scoop out of one of these. Still very tasty, but I like the homemade graham cracker better. It's a little bit more moist. It just has a little bit, probably a little bit more butter in it. Both very good. So I would give this 4 out of 5 stars. Just because I'm an apple pie fan. I like it. I think you'll like it too. It'll be a great dessert for Thanksgiving or Christmas or just any time. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in a few. Yeah, it's good. Very good.